Hey, my Liptons. I wanted to do a really quick video. I wanted to discuss a little bit of music, more music news for this video because there's been some interesting things that have happened since like last week, going on this week. But yeah, it's just a few things that I find very interesting. So first, I want to discuss Doechii, and then I'm going to discuss Chole Bailey, and briefly discuss Big Sean in this interview that he did with Charlemagne the God, and then talk about Billboard Hot 100. So before I continue on with this video, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. Thank y'all so much, and let's get into this video. First, let's talk about Doechii because I want to, discuss the good stuff first before I get to the shady stuff. Listen, y'all, and I think I discussed Doechii in the past on my channel before, and I was like, Doechii is really talented. Like she really can rap, and I think because Doechii is not in the mainstream conversation, that sometimes I myself tend to forget. But then it's like I'm always reminded, or like a blog will post her, and I'm like, oh, like she, Doechii's. Y'all, I listened to that what's it called, Nissan Altima freestyle that Doechii did on her YouTube channel. When I tell y'all, I downloaded that thing so quick. I downloaded that thing so quick. Doechii, for the life, but then again, I know why Doechii's not mainstream. I know why Doechii's not mainstream, but still, for the life of me, I just don't understand why Doechii is not a bigger artist in 2024 compared to all these other non bars rappers, and I'm talking about male and female alike. The fact that Doechii is not way bigger in this industry is crazy to me. But then again, there's a part of me that is like, I want her to become mainstream because the general public really deserves to be like just confronted and have Doechii blasted all over their face. But at the same time, like sometimes when artists or rappers become mainstream, they tend to lose their touch, or they tend to not get hungry anymore. So there's like a part of me that wants her to stay in this lane, but then there's other part of me I'm just like, Doechii needs to be on the level of like mainstream wise, like an icespice or a latto, even though they're not like big, but like icespice, latto, or who else, like cardib, like definitely that, like it's like she deserves to be on that level just by like her skill, the bars, her delivery, her flow. That Nissan Altima freestyle is amazing, and I encourage all of y'all to go listen to that. And honestly, I think that should have been left as a song. She should have put that on her album. Okay, like sometimes, unfortunately, with these like freestyle rappers like Megan Thee Stallion or Doechii, it's like sometimes their freestyles be better than their damn songs. There's no shade, but and that especially goes for Megan Thee Stallion. And that is really no shade because I like Megan Thee Stallion, but sometimes she struggles a lot with songs. But I will say this though, and I was thinking about it when I was looking at Doechii. When I look at someone like and I'm gonna get an Ice Spice, but Doechii definitely deserves to get all the mainstream attention as a rapper. I think that she's way more talented skill wise than Ice Spice. She's way more talented than Cardi B skill wise and bar wise. Hell, even Lotto, I even think, to me, even though Lotto, yes, Lotto can rap and stuff, and and Glorilla, but to me, Doechii's skill set is way better than those girls. Like to me, like I won't put Doechii above Megan Thee Stallion because I also feel like Megan Thee Stallion can rap, and to me, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion and Doechii can go toe to toe, and like in a good like freestyle kind of rapping. Like they need to do a verses. I'm sorry, like they need to do those two need to do a verses battle or something like that because I think a dude will eat the girls up. Okay, but I just think that it's unfortunate due to, and obvious for obvious reasons, unfortunately, due to Doechii being a darker skinned black woman that she's not given the opportunities as like an Ice Spice or a Latto or a Cardi B. And I know people are gonna be like, oh well, but look at Megan Thee Stallion. Let's be very clear, Megan Thee Stallion is a brown, more brown skin, you can say, but definitely not on the complexion side of Doechii, you know. So let's be very clear on that. And she's only one person at that. Let's, you know, people like to bring up, oh, Megan Thee Stallion is a black, yeah, she is black, a black woman, but she's more so on like the brown skin, you know, brown skin light area of things compared to all the other rappers at that. The fact that even Megan Thee Stallion is able to get to this point, you know, album sales aside, whatever aside, Megan Thee Stallion is still a household name. The fact that she was even able to get there is amazing. But look at all her other peers, all the other rappers that are in the game: Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Ice Spice, Latto, Glorilla. They're all light skinned women. You know, so it's like these, you know, unfortunately, the darker skin complexion girls really have to fight hard to even be seen. Like, even in the blogs, they need to be seen. You know, even JT, and there's no shit. I don't like JT like that as a rapper or anything wise. But like, you know, even she's really, really trying to be solo. And it's gonna be difficult for her. You know, JT, Doechii. And it looks like JT definitely wants to be more mainstream compared to Doechii, I feel. I think Doechii is very comfortable in the place that she's in because maybe she's not really signed to any big label and she's comfortable with not wanting to deal with all of that. But Doechii, to me, Doechii's like, in a way too, she's also like a version of Doja Cat. Like, they do the rapping, singing thing. But Doechii, to me, she's just, her bars are just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. She deserves way more. But yeah, like I said, I think that y'all should really, really check out Doechii. Her album is about to drop soon, so I think it will be very interesting to see what she gives us. Because I was just like, her freestyles were, especially that Nissan Altima freestyle. I was like, okay, Doechii, you got me. Even the Alter Ego song, that Alter Ego song, even though I didn't like the screaming at the towards like the end, the chorus part, but like I like that the beginning part with Doechii's verse. You know, fuck that hoe, fuck that bitch, fuck the and the condom slip. I like that part. I like that. So shout out to Doechii. I like her. Next, child. I haven't talked about the Baileys in a very long time on this channel, and for good reason. Not that Chole Bailey has done anything ridiculous, but the sister, Miss Haley Bailey or Halle Bailey, whatever. You know, she's doing her YouTube thing with her attention-seeking boyfriend. But I did see I think I saw on Pop Base that Chole Bailey's releasing an album like this Friday, and she apparently announced it today, and I was just like, can someone explain to me why? What is the purpose of, you know, it's one thing with you know, even though they're both different artists and different genres, but like, it's one thing with Megan Thee Stallion because, you know, Megan Thee Stallion's independent, so she has to do her own little promotion, even though she is signed to a distribution deal, but it's different. But Chole Bailey is actually signed to a label, right? She's signed to what, Columbia, I think, but then she's also under Parkwood, so it's like she's also signed to Beyonce as well. So it's like, I don't understand how you're signed to Columbia, you're signed to Parkwood, you know, Beyonce is your mentor, and your album is dropping in a few days. You just announced it today, and there was no major promo at least since last week or 2 weeks ago. Can someone explain that to me? And I've been saying this for like the past, like, God knows how long, since the VMAs, since, you know, that whole press tour with the Little Mermaid. Like, I was like, when Angel dropped with Halle Bailey, you know, In Your Hands, all these different things. I'm like, and I loved Angel. I was like, why didn't Halle Bailey perform at the VMAs last year? Was it the year before? No, it was last year. I was like, that song dropped within the same time as that Doja Cat song. So it's like, why didn't she perform? It's like, Chloe, and I understand maybe, you know, she's a Beyonce fan and, you know, maybe she wants to, you know, she really, really looks at Beyonce as an inspiration. She loves her and she probably thinks that Beyonce is a good person. And maybe she is. But Chloe Bailey's, I don't know what Chloe Bailey's team, like her label, they're just not doing it for her. They're just not doing it for her. And then on top of that, it's not only just that. And maybe hell, maybe it's not the label's fault. Maybe it's also Chloe Bailey, the songs that Chloe Bailey is producing. The label is just not feeling it. And if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I have to be honest, my own personal opinion, the last few singles that Chloe Bailey released, I was just like, it was okay. I wasn't too. What was that song that she released? Boy Bye or something. I was like, it's okay. Like it was that, and then it was the other song that she released. I forgot. She released another single, but even that, I was just like, it was whatever to me. Like, I didn't care too much, and I'm just like, Chloe, why aren't you getting and you know, because she's also a writer, because she does write her songs too. So maybe she wants to have like those writing rights and stuff like that. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, girl, it's okay to also get help. Like, go to the dream, even though, get Beyonce writers, even though the dream is, currently going through some legal issues. But still, go to Beyonce's writers. Go get a hook. Go get something from them. For me, I don't understand how you have access to a Beyonce and you're not using Beyonce's resources, or at least she's not offering her resources. Maybe she is. I don't know. But I just think that the fact that this is a Beyonce artist and it might not be quote unquote, yeah, she's on the Columbia, whatever, but Beyonce is heavily like involved with her, and Beyonce's not pushing her to the moon the way the way she pushes herself. I think to me, it's like, once the contract is coming, once the deadline is coming, Chloe and Halle, I think that y'all need to move on. Y'all need to move on from this Parkwood Columbia thing. They're not doing anything for y'all. They're not pushing. Nothing is happening. Even if the song is like a weird song, even if the song is a flop, it's like they're not, or the song is not good to them. It's like they're not pushing you enough to the mainstreams. And I think it's whack in a way too, because it's like Chloe Bailey is such a great singer. I really, really love her voice. Like, Chloe Bailey's covers are really good. What she does on YouTube, the covers that she does of other people's songs, I'm into it. But it's just like her own songs, it's like she struggles. And she's not getting the proper promotion. And yes, she's, don't get me wrong, yes, Chloe Bailey's extra. Sometimes she tries too hard, and I think that she really needs to find herself. But we're also not going to deny that she is a great talent vocally. Like, she can go. Halle, the same thing. Halle can sing. I still listen to that Little Mermaid soundtrack. Okay? I still listen to that Little Mermaid soundtrack. Like, they're great singers. How are great singers, especially them, not being pushed to the moon? It's unfortunate, y'all. It's unfortunate. I hate that, Chloe Bailey has, in a way, been lowered into being a cover artist, covering other people's YouTube that releases their own songs, and then their own songs don't do well. I hate that is happening to them. But I also think that too, Chloe, she needs to produce better songs. She really does need to produce better songs, because it's like, I think in a way to the label, because the music industry is struggling a lot right now. And I think that they're like, listen, if we don't feel like this song is going to be a hit, we're not going to put a lot of money into it. I don't know if that's how Columbia is looking at it, but that's how I would look at it, especially with these last few singles that she's been releasing. Even me, I haven't been feeling it. So I don't know. Maybe I might be on the label side with this. We're not putting money behind it. But at the same time, I'm like, but still, that's your artist. I don't know. I'm 50-50 with it. I think that, Chloe definitely deserves to be in the mainstream conversation of singers. Like, she needs to definitely be like on the level of, like, at least a SZA. Like, cause SZA, and I like SZA, but like, Chloe Bailey's voice is way better than SZA's. But it's like, maybe Chloe Bailey needs SZA's song. Like, she needs someone to help her write. She needs a writer. She definitely needs a writer. I get it. She wants to have her own agency within her art, but she needs a little bit of help here and there with her songs. So shout out to Chloe Bailey. Hopefully and I didn't like the last album, but hopefully this album does well. I'm gonna listen to a few songs to see if I like anything. I did really like Body Do. And our last album, that Body Do is my song. So who knows? Maybe she might give us a little something here. So, all right, shout out to Chloe Bailey. Let's see what happens with this album release. Speaking of, listen, if y'all been my day ones on this channel, y'all know that I am not an Ice Spice fan at all. I just like, to me, I think that, people have been saying lately that she's an industry plant, and I've always believed that, because to me, I don't see how someone who has, like, if you want to call them bars, like, she's I just think that she's not even mediocre. I think that she's just bad at rapping to me, and I'm not feeling her. And clearly, the public didn't feel her because her album didn't do well. Don't get me wrong. None of these rap girls albums have done well this year. That goes for Megan Thee Stallion. That goes for JT. That goes for Glorilla, and now Ice Spice. It's like none of these girls albums have done well, but it's like, compared to all those other girls and Ice Spice, I'd rather listen to all those other girls before an Ice Spice, if I'm gonna be honest. I think Ice Spice is untalented to me. I do believe that she's an industry plant. And going back to the whole Doechii thing, the fact that Nicki Minaj gave Ice Spice a look compared to Doechii is kind of like, I don't know, I kind of look at it in a different way, because it's like, I think in a way, Nick, and I'm sorry to bring Nicki, I know you're gonna be like, well, what Nicki got to do with this? Well, let me give my point. Um, I feel like the reason why Nicki gave Ice Spice a look is because she knew that Ice Spice wasn't as talented or is gonna last that long within the public life. So I think she got, she kind of, leached onto Ice Spice a little bit, try to get try to suck some things out of her, especially because she was kind of buzzing here and there, and Taylor Swift really liked her, and so forth. So, but I think that too, Nicki knew that she knew that Ice Spice wasn't gonna challenge her, or was it gonna be like the next one up, compared to people like, you know, someone like a Doechii who can really rap and can really go. Maybe Nicki Minaj didn't want to give someone like a Doechii a look, right? Um, that's how I feel like that's how I feel that way about with Megan Thee Stallion too, and Nicki, So, and that's a whole different conversation that I won't even get into. But like, still, I think that Nicki saw Ice Spice for what it's worth. I think she saw that Ice Spice was gonna get her 5 minutes of fame, or her 15 minutes of fame, if we're gonna be honest. And Nicki was like, okay, I'm gonna latch on to that 15 minutes of fame, and once this bitch is done, I'm out. And she's on her own. And I think that also with the fallout, I guess, with Nick, alleged fallout, because there was some text messages that came out that Ice Spice was talking crap about Nicki, so I don't know. But I didn't listen to Ice Spice album, but I did hear that she was taking shots at Cardi or something like that on her album, or saying that she was the next one up. And to me, I'm just like, Ice. I'm like, ice latte. You know me. I love me a good French vanilla ice latte, half and half, cream with no milk and with 2 sugars, medium. I like me some of that. But let's stop playing these games, okay? You did that for shock value. You did that to get, get the internet buzzing to go and stream your album. Not to say I'm like the biggest Cardi B fan, because I think Cardi B is annoying as hell too. But we're not gonna stop, okay? Ice Spice is nowhere near Cardi B level. Clearly, Ice Spice didn't sell no goddamn albums or copies the same way Cardi B did in her debut. So it's like, the fact that Ice Spice, or hell, even I think even JT, they said JT was also taking shots at Cardi B, saying that JT was like, oh, I'm the next one up. It's just like, y'all need to take a chill pill, okay? And let's look at the facts. Let's look at the data. Let's look at the statistics. Y'all are nowhere near. Hell, y'all nowhere near a Megan Thee Stallion level. Forget about a Cardi B. So it's like, the fact that y'all are out here talking about some, oh yeah, I'm taking spots, taking shots at Cardi. I'm like, y'all are whack. Y'all are whack, and y'all are scrambling, because I think that, Ice Spice has lost the Nicki Minaj look. I even think even JT too. No shade, because I heard that there's some things over there. But like, I think that, Ice Spice, I mean, who knows? Maybe Taylor Swift will come and save her, because, Taylor Swift loves the mediocre girls too. So who knows? Maybe Taylor Swift will come there and rescue Ice Spice and give her another look. But as of right now, I think that Ice Spice might be done. Hopefully. Because I just want more talented people to get a platform. I just think that Doechii, I think that I just think people like Doechii just deserve way more, and I think that Ice Spice is taking a lot of space from this, so she shouldn't even be in this conversation. Yeah, Ice Spice, Sexy Red, I don't think that they should be in this conversation at all, at all. So, but yeah, she sold this many amount of copies, and it's just like it is what it is. So, um, hopefully next year is something different. So yeah. Lastly, I want to quickly talk about Big Sean. Big Sean did an interview with Charlemagne the God. Um, and Charlemagne, I guess, asked him a few questions, and Big Sean was talking about his personal life with G Naiko, and I know I think people are more upset about that G Naiko comments that Big Sean made about marriage and stuff. At the end of the day, listen, you know how it is with these men. But I did find interesting about his Kendrick Lamar comments. So I'm not gonna get too much deep into it, but it's like, he basically thought that there was some tension between him and Kendrick because Kendrick, he thought that Kendrick took some shots at him. But I think that this situation happened years ago, if I'm not mistaken. This whole like Kendrick taking shots at Big Sean, and then Big Sean was like, "Oh, I had some bars tucked in for Kendrick," and then Big Sean ended up calling one of Kendrick, or running into one of Kendrick's people, they free or something, and then they were like, "Oh no, he wasn't talking about you," so da 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 da. And then Big Sean said that Kendrick apologized to him, so that was that. But like, he still has something tucked in just in case Kendrick wanted to go, you know, battle for battle. And and then the whole big three thing that he was saying, oh, who even made the big three conversation, blah 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 blah. And then I think Charlamagne the God was like, oh, so what if it wasn't Drake and it was you that kind of had a rap battle with Kendrick, and then Big Sean was basically like, oh, I guess we will never know, blah 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 blah. Um, and listen, maybe of course, Charlamagne was the one that was asking the questions, so it's like we can't really blame Big Sean for his answers. But and listen, I'm not coming across as like a whole Kendrick stan, because like I'm not. None of these rap dudes really impress me like that. Like they kind of all get on my nerves because in a way they all are hypocritical, because it's like when it comes to like defending women, especially women within their own hip hop community, it's like they never do it. So it's like they're all two-faced. But I found Big Sean's answers very condescending. And I also feel like if this whole like Drake and Drake and Kendrick thing didn't happen, it's like Big Sean would not even be Charlamagne would even be interviewing him like that. Like Big Sean would have never been taking, what was it, like I think he was doing like a Tiny Desk thing. That's where he was kind of taking shots at Kendrick, and it's just like Big Sean. There's no shade. I like Big Sean as a rapper. I think he definitely has bars, but it's like, sir, we were not like in any way, shape, or form. You would never end this conversation of big three, or like just us really looking at you like, wow, like that's the guy. Like outside of like Kendrick, Drake, Cole, like I know a lot of people were bigging up like Future at still now they still big up Future. A lot of people big up Travis Scott. A lot of people big up how Little Uzi Vert, even though Little Uzi Vert to me is kind of like an alternative kind of thing, but like still like those are the people that like people really like big up. And I feel like Big Sean, not to say that he was never in that rap conversation, but it's like he was always there. Like he's just someone that's there, to be, just to be there. And I feel like, because of this Drake and Kendrick beef, that's why everybody, in the media, hip hop media, is just asking anybody questions about Kendrick or about Drake. And I also think that, probably Big Sean wants a look right now. I think he wants to be put in that conversation of being the top rappers and so forth. So I think that maybe him thinking that he can go at Kendrick or maybe throw shots or throw shade, that would be the best option for him. Um, And some people were saying, oh well, Big Sean will wash Kendrick in a rap battle. Listen, we will have to see that to believe it. But personally, for me, I think that Kendrick will wash Big Sean. Don't get me wrong, both of them are small guys. Both of them got like, I mean, even though I think Big Sean's like rapping voice is a little bit more masculine, like a little bit more like more tough than Kendrick. Because Kendrick likes, but then again, Kendrick also likes to do that like animated voice stuff. You know what I mean? He's like, like he likes to do that animated voice thing in his songs. So sometimes he likes to be playing like these characters in his music. But I think that like I'm talking about lyrically and being like very strategic wise, I think Kendrick would wash Big Sean. And it's also, don't get me wrong, Big Sean can rap. Like Big Sean can really rap. But like, and they're both writers too. Big Sean and Kendrick are writers. So it's like it'll definitely be a tight, I feel like it will be a tight race, a tight rap race. But I think that, outside of like this whole Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, I don't even think that Big Sean would even be interviewed or asked these kind of questions when it comes to Kendrick. And I think that because Kendrick was able to go at Drake and really hit Drake hard and was able to win, that's why people feel like, oh, so Kendrick, so that's why I think there's so many people. Even 50 Cent, I saw 50 Cent's comments recently, and he was kind of like, I don't know, I guess he's Team Drake or something, but like there are people that are taking their sides and throwing shots and so forth at Kendrick, and it's just like, I don't know. I think that Kendrick is going to take it on the chin, and honestly, I don't even think Kendrick is going to respond to Big Sean, because can we be honest, Big Sean is nowhere near a Kendrick Lamar level. Nowhere near Kendrick Lamar level, nowhere near J. Cole level, definitely nowhere near a Drake level. So it's like Kendrick is like, listen, I gotta punch up, not punch down. So I think that Kendrick should just let this, let it shrug off your shoulder, water off your back. Don't even say anything. Don't even address it when your album drops or something like that. Don't even dignify it, because it's like, it's like, and it's like the fact that people also talking about, oh, Big Sean was always in that big three conversation. No, he was not. Stop lying. Yeah, I know damn well Big Sean was never in that big three conversation. Okay? It was always Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. It was always those three. Even during like when I was growing up, I always heard like who are the ones up next? Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. It was always been those three. Even though yes, don't get me wrong, Big Sean, Wale, all those people, they were, popping, Future and them. Even Future was always popular. But it's like, when people were talking about like lyrical ability, who can really go, who's lyrical and also mainstream, it was always Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. So I think that Big Sean, I definitely think he wanted his moment, and he got a little bit of press from it. Kudos to you, but I think that I don't think Kendrick should respond to and I think too, Big Sean in this interview was like, I guess was throwing, the bait out there for Kendrick, because I think Big Sean definitely wants a moment and he wants to look. It's no shade, but I think, hell, if I was in Big Sean's shoes, I would do the same thing. I want something. I don't want to look like this. Where everybody, the mainstream media is talking about me, I would do the same thing. But I don't think Kendrick should respond to it. I don't think so. For me personally, like I said, punch up, do not punch down. And the reason why I say this too is because look at this. Not Like Us is number 3 still. Not Like Us has been on the Billboard Hot 100, I think top 10, and he went number 1 the last time when I spoke about it. But like, he's been here for like months now, and it's like, I just don't think that Kendrick Lamar is still on his victory lap. Like, just continue doing your victory lap, continue doing your thing, continue, really rapping and really showing people like, listen, I don't give a fuck if y'all like the West Coast. It is what it is. I'm comfortable with it. So, like, I think that Kendrick should just continue doing his thing, being private. Not because Kendrick don't do interviews on top of that too. So he's not going to really address this like in an interview or nothing like that. He always address things in rap. So I just think that we just leave it the way it is, because I think that in a way too, Big Sean wants him to take the bait, low key. But yeah, but I saw this Billboard Hot 100, and shout out to how do you say his name? Shabuzi? He went number 1. I mean, but then again, I heard that he's been number one for 4 weeks and it's a country song. So shout out to him. I'm glad that these black country artists are getting their shine. We love to see that. Also shout out to Billie Eilish. I like the song Birds of a Feather. It's actually one of my favorite songs from her album. I like that. Like, you know, again, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, a bop. Amazing. So, I haven't really gotten to Sabrina Carpenter like that. It's just I haven't really gotten to her like that, so I have to wait and see. But yeah, but that's all I wanted to talk about when it comes to like the music business and so forth. But like I said, y'all tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. I thank y'all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.